Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 25 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down for this offense. They'll leave it with him. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. You do think basketball in this rivalry, but there is football history. Gale Sayers, Todd Reese, Chase Daniel, the Mangino era for the Jayhawks. At times, this was one of the best rivalries on the planet.
Well, they started playing in 1891, and it's unfortunate with conference realignment that this rivalry game kind of went away. I wish we saw it more often.
Yeah, and we've seen it all across college football. We get robbed of the rivalries, and then in turn, we kind of forget about them. So good to have this rivalry back. Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Dropping back, it's Daniels. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Offense getting set for first down. To the ground with the back. Mizzou put a spanking on the Jayhawks the last time they met.
Wins always feel great, but Missouri blowing out Kansas for them, that was ecstasy for their players, coaches, and fans.
Yeah, and it's just an awesome opportunity to be like, yeah, we own you. Like, go back to where you came from and just let you know, like, this rivalry isn't a rivalry between us and you.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. One step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Ooh, definitely dodged a bullet there. Listen, the quarterbacks don't run with the football all the time in practice, and they're not used to all that contact sometimes. Have a tendency to cough it up a little bit. A bad play because he coughed it up? Could have been worse, though. Good thing he landed on it.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Quick completion to the right. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. He did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
The Jayhawks are flying down the field. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Coming after him. Dances away to buy time. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is... And there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. On the option. He'll pitch it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Texas A&M is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in College Station. They're trailing by 14 to Texas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Lets it fly. Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 30. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
Quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk!
This offense is so good, man. They can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops for them and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
The Tigers will hustle to the line. Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point. And this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did. Job keeping them in the game early. Now holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you could really get dangerous in this ball game.
On first down, here comes this offense. The back goes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not much room to run. Give him one to the 7. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Offense gets set for second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Let's go! He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Casey. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way. And a tremendous return on the play before he's brought down.
And there's so much skill to these returns. As soon as you get the football, man, watch the defensive guys turn into blockers and understanding how to follow your blockers. And he did everything right except for getting the end zone. Got it inside the 5-yard line. Now set up the offense with great field position.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Looking for the end zone on 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put them driving together here and build on it, right?
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Back to throw, it's Daniels. looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
He wants to throw here on second down. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On second down, he'll fire. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. That one will be incomplete. Down to 10 seconds to go. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a second field goal, this one a 37-yarder. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it back looking for help. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on what's likely the final play of the half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Wants to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Missouri!
Man, a lot of times you see the way people close halves, the way people close games goes so far in determining who wins. Nice execution by this offense late in the first half. Now they're just an extra point away from having the lead going into halftime.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we are just about ready to go in the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Going to the ground. Oh, what a move! And he's running in the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. We'll just see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Daniels. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there. And the Jayhawks want to crank the tempo. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Neal. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's got it on the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box?
Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Got to start running into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do. That's step 1 accomplished.
On the option. He gets in the end zone, and the 2-point conversion ties the game. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations. Shooting up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that puts you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number one, we got to stop the run.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Give to the running back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Well, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. He's going to pass. Going for it all. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. Right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop after the catch. There's still some work to do to pick up that first down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the 4th quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. You got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big...
Touchdown, Kansas! And with that, they move out front. point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Hawaii. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have run a better route.
At the 40, there he goes. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he splits the uprights, and we're tied in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Back to throw, it's Daniels. He rifles one deep to the left. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. Just weren't able to come down with that one.
He wants to pass it on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Sometimes credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in Blue Day if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the right side.
He'll try the left side. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Quarterback will audible. The play action fake. Trying to get to him. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Ball security has to be at a premium. They're lucky that rolled out of bounds, and now that's set up fourth down. But, David, you know against this defense, they are coming and they want to create takeaways.
And as a defense, that's what you focus on week in, week out, trying to get that football, trying to punch it out. The biggest thing you have to do to create fumbles is everybody fly to the football. Unfortunately, that ball bounced out of bounds, but a nice job ripping it loose and causing the fumble.
And this is going to be intercepted, a big play in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I get it. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
The give to the single back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll try it over the left side. Makes one man miss. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Looking for a crease to the left. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Biggest drive of the game right here as we get close to the end of regulation. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
You know a field goal can tie the game right now, and you have to at least give yourself a chance to do that. So I don't mind maybe taking some shots, but every time you drop back, you're risking taking a sack. You've got to dial up plays right now, I think, that are high percentage throws. You've got to run the football to at least give yourself an opportunity to push this game into OT.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
I guess the good news on that penalty is at least the defense didn't have to back up that far. It's still 1st and goal. Pushes ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called by the defense. 27 seconds to go.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Missouri! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Play till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.